Sorry for this quick interruption. My computer had a blue screen at that very moment. I think all the recording and stuff going on was too much for it, but I managed to fix everything. We have no more lags, not even small ones. The recording is now well. I checked on Google and I solved it. I found some settings that I had to change in OBS and I turned down the resolution and now everything is super smooth. It just took me about an hour to find out and test and do stuff. Probably should have done that from the very beginning. So, now for our Necromancer. We are going with a pale elf, because I think that looks very fitting. They have burn and freeze resistance, or something similar to that. We go, of course, multiclassing, because there is no Necromancer, even with multiclassing. But there are classes that have abilities that fit very well with Necromancer, and the Chanter is one of them. If we look here, the Chanter has the ability to summon skeletons, summon ghosts, summon dragons, ignite fear in the enemies. That's all necromancy fitting stuff, especially the summon skeletons, of course. So that's what we're going for as our first class. We go with the Beckoner, because the Beckoner can summon twice the number of creatures, can summon them earlier, and the summoned creatures are immune to the Paladin Abjuration ability. This means they don't die just because they face a Paladin. Nice! The downside is the summons are smaller and have reduced health and duration. A duration we should be able to counter effect by having high intelligence. But of course they have reduced health, so they die quicker, but we can just re-summon them. We will summon constantly stuff around, like a true Necromancer. Of course here we pick the summoned skeletons, and here we pick the one with the grave, which is drains dealing raw damage and healing. It's like draining life essence from enemies. Also intelligence increases the range of influence of all that spells. As a second class, I had actually made a lot of thoughts. I was considering the ranger with a ghost pet. That one subclass that would kind of fit the thematic. But since in the playthrough that I've recorded with the lags and freezes and all that stuff, there I took Ranger as one of the two classes I went for. So I will not go for that again, because it's kind of boring to play the same over and over again. But I go for Wizard. Wizard is super fun. And it also has History and Arcana, just like the Chanter. This gives us a very high History and Arcana. And ability-wise, we also have some fitting stuff. We have all these, like, these poison and necrotic and corrode stuff, like the necrotic lance that fits very well, so we can do some damage. We can summon tentacles, which is also really fitting. I mean, it's a summon after all. And some illusions would also be cool, but I think the Chanter has already good enough, because I intend to get a subclass that improves all the necrotic stuff, but sadly lets us not choose illusion spells. But it's fine, because we also, with the Wizard, we get the Spirit of Decay, which means acid and decay attacks gain more penetration, which is kind of cool, because we may have this. That will be kind of our focus as a Necromancer. Therefore we go here and we want the Conjurer. It also gives us a familiar that we can summon, so we have another creature on the field that we summon, which is really cool and the point of the whole thing. We're like a summoner. So what we are a Loremaster, and I think the Loremaster is a really good summoner. Especially if you go for Conjurer. We will not have access to Evocation and Illusion. Evocation is mostly At first I thought evocation, that's all the damage spells. No, it's not. It's just mostly the fire spells. For example, Necrotic Lance, a great damage spell, is not evocation. The Chill Fog, a great damage spell for AoE, is not an evocation. The Ghost Blades, not an evocation. The Fan of Flames is, but I don't care. The Necromancer, not the fire dude. Fireball, evocation. So there are a lot of... Also, I think the lightning stuff is evocation, yeah, but we don't care about lightning, we're not Palpatine, we are a Necromancer. So yeah, we're more like... what was his name? Darth Plagueis, the Wise. And in here, the Sunless Grasp would fit. Or the Chill Fog. Chill Fog is super useful. Here we max out intelligence and dexterity because I want to be able to summon stuff fast. Let's see, can we? No, we have maxed them out. So the question is, do we want anything else a bit higher on cost of something else? Because we have maxed out intelligence and dexterity for now. Which is nice, because elves give us some dexterity. Perception would give us accuracy with our stuff, which is kinda nice, because we're dealing with a lot of afflictions. Might would give us more damage with the damage spells of the wizard, like with the Necrotic Lance. Constitution would give us more health, which I don't care about. Why dexterity? I want to summon quickly. I want, after the summoning, I want to be able to cast a spell and another spell and another summon. I want to constantly do that stuff. That's why dexterity will be useful. And intellect, of course, for more era effect and ability duration. Resolve is just like... Resolve and Constitution are only defensive. So I think we don't need them as much. We may be able to go down with Constitution, maybe with Might up, or should we go with Perception up? We could do it like this, because our Will defense is not even that bad, because we get it from Intellect too. Of course here you get more Will, but whatever. So we can go up here by 2 and maybe here by 2, something like that. Or maybe, I mean, the best amount of might doesn't help if you don't hit. Let's go with that. Then here, I want a certain background. I want a background that's I've got a tear in my eye that supports the traits. Was it Old Vaia that gives us that? What? It was one that isn't available for everyone. There was one that I think that gives Arcana and History, which would be really cool. Or was it the White Admens? No, the White Admens gives the Mystic. But we didn't want the Mystic. What did I want in the first time? The Living Lance, the Scientist. Scientist is also cool. Colonist, no. No, I don't think it was that. Rawatai? The Scholar! Yeah, I want the Scholar. So, History and Arcana. The Scholar, Rawatai offers the Scholar. Let's see who else offers the Scholar. Doesn't do that. Ixamital Plains. Ixamital Plains has the Scholar too. Deadfire is the Raider. And Edir is the Clergy. Is religion. Nah, we're not going for that. So, Rawatai and Ixamital. Both stuff that we don't really need. Let's go for Rawatai then. Because Rawatai gives us options in the game. Because we come back. Oh, this is fun. We sacrifice. You will see in the next video. In Pillars 1, you have the opportunity to sacrifice someone to skin. And in our setup of the choices we made, I decided to sacrifice Kana. Because that has actually a somewhat effect on certain dialogues in Pillars 2 in this game. And Kana comes from Rawatai. So does Maya, an NPC in the game. And we come from Rawatai too. Ooh, that is gonna be interesting. Also, Rawatai and Deadfire tend to have the most dialogue options that they give, that they enable. Since we're close to that, this means we get another constitution, we can lower that and get perception 15. Yeah, let's do it like that. We do not need that much health, because I think you don't need health when you have like tankiness. So Rawatai, and of course the Scholar for super high skills. Here I also already made up my mind. I will go Saber Pistol, which is, it works actually. You can have a saber and a pistol in one hand and go like shoot and then enter melee combat with the saber and occasionally shoot again. Something like that. It should work. And it's super piratey themed. I think that's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be a Necromancer pirate. We're gonna be some kind of Davy Jones like thing, or more maybe Barbossa from Pirates of the Caribbean 1 with the skeleton crew. That would be really cool, but I don't think you can have a skeleton as a crew member, but you can have other cool things. For the start you can only pick 2. I will go for more later on. There is a really cool quarterstaff that I want. And I may also pick swords at some point, because half swords, there are really good half swords in the game. So I will have melee weapons and ranged weapons with me. Maybe I change at some point to like have 2 pistols or the quarterstaff, or we will see. And oh yeah, the portrait. Look, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 male pale elves portrait. I will show you how many females there are. 1. Well done. And you know what? This one was already here in Pillars 1. It's the exact same. At least at the males they added a few more. I remember, oh yeah, in Pillars 1 you just had this one, which is kind of cheap because this one is the same with different colorization. But this one, this one, this one, and this one are new. And I kind of liked it because this one is a bit of more a masculine one. This one even has a beard. This one is a bit more feminine, but still male enough, with this kind of smirky smile and the tattoo, really cool. This one looks a bit more sinister. While with here we just have this one, this expressionless dead eye, 2 white eyes. I don't like this one. That's why we will go for the only other option we have. This one. Color-wise, yes. Oh wait, I did the secondary like here. I think I did it like this. A bit more brighter. This. I don't want it grey, I want it bluish. Oh wait, did you do it this different way, like this? No. This is fine. This looks like ice cold. I want it to look icy, not white, icy, like this. This is fine. Okay, good. Skin, we can either keep this bluish tone, or we can go for super pale. I think we go for the pale look. Clothing wise, primary, I want white, or is ice blue? Nah, ice blue is not good. Secondary, ice blue, like this, or are we going for black? Maybe grayish, dark tone, like this. I like this. Looks a bit too grayish, but that's fine. Then the head. We are fine with this one. You can choose all the eye colors and a little bit of different. This looks cool too. Or you can go for the red eyes, the scar, which is neat, but I like the ice cold blue eyes. We will also do some chill ice spells. And the hairstyle, I like this one and this one, and most of the others I don't like. But since my very first character already has this hairstyle, I will go for this one. Oh, voice, for which one?
I'll teach you a lesson. Attack.
Easy now. I'm here.
Leading the way. Ugh. Onward.
Let's keep quiet.
Leading the way.
I think I went for
Better
noble.
part of valor.
I like that one, the noble one. Because we are a scholar after all. And here, pose, we actually go for this. The little bit of crooked back, but not. We could also go for like stoic one. But the stoic one is like, is too strong, too masculine. I don't want to go for that. The other ones are also way too confident, way too self-entitled. Hunched is a bit too over the top, and heroic is too boring. We go for sullen. We could also go for drunk, but I don't think that fits the theme, so we go for sullen. And our name will be very creative. And you see, not a single lag, even when I do this stuff and go back and do this. Woo! No lags, so cool. So we made our character, very nice. We'll actually have more than this because of our Beraf stuff. Well then, let's get
Go
into the
forth
game.
now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you, to open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world. Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby. The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
Okay. I'll make it very easy actually. Just click up here on the floor. Cannot speed it up here, nor save the game. We need to get onto the ship and get into your body to be able to save the game. That's where we will end the episode, but there is a short dialogue before that, so we gotta do that first. You can have a look here. You sense the steward's spirit in the bust, but she is unaware of you. Goosebumps rise on Idair's arms at your approach, but he seems unaware of your presence.
The return to your body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull. Ayane watches over your body with a glazed look, taking long, even tokes from his pipe. At the first movement of your chest, he starts. His gasp, mid-puff, sends him coughing and straining for breath.
No, there's no way. You're awake. What are you doing awake? How are you feeling?
I'm in a lot of pain.
That might have been me. I've been slapping you a little harder each day, trying to wake you. I never dreamed it'd work.
Ayane stares with disbelief at what would likely be his slapping hand, examining both sides. He shrugs.
Well, you owe me.
I hate to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of Cadnua.
Had Nua has been destroyed. Aethys possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby. It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. And even then, just barely. The further Aethys withdrew, the weaker you became. We chartered this ship and followed him to the Deadfire archipelago. I know not how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul, and proximity to it has brought you back.
I know.
How could you know all that? You've been faking on us.
Misfortunes brewing topside, Migrants fires the captain stirs.
An older man with ale-sour breath rubs his bloodshot eyes and stares at you.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
I know this is asking a lot, but you better arm yourself and get on deck. Should be some gear in there.
He indicates a nearby wardrobe.
Okay, let's quickly dress up and then save, so we get all of this. Let's put all this.
Alright, now make some use of it.
Yeah, I know how this stuff
The
works.
pirates of Deadfire
Thank
are
you,
notorious.
thank you, let me gear up. Actually this grimoire is total shit. Because most of it is fire, evocation or illusion. But we'll still carry it. What else should we do with it? Eh? Sword. And the saber and pistol. And we can change this for some better stuff. Okay, so ready we are. We can check the character. So we still got Constitution 10 because we cannot cheat bastard with our early stuff. But can we check our what all? We cannot check what has. Here we can. Here we cannot check what has effect on it. Really? Oh. Well, got intellect on 20 plus 100% area of effect, 50% ability duration. This is so cool. Arcana on 5 and history on 5, metaphysics on 4, other stuff on 3. That's super good. I mean, it's kind of a bit of cheating, but we're playing on the hardest mode and it enables us more options, which is fun. It's fun to have many options to choose from and not be closed off. So yeah, that's about it for right now. The next episode we actually start the gameplay and start the combat and do stuff and start to summon skeletons. Yeah. So, if you like this kind of stuff, if you want more episodes, then please like the video or write a comment with feedback about it that tells me you are interested in this.
By the time we do.
Yeah, sure. Can I pause the game here? Yeah, okay, just doesn't tell. Okay, so if you like or comment and stuff, then I know you're interested in this and I will bring it up more, be more motivated to do stuff, to do Let's Plays. I haven't done much on this channel because lately, because I'm having a hard time in real life. Let's say it like that. Yeah, so please write. And if you want the other Let's Play with the tons of freezes at the beginning to be uploaded too, then tell me and I upload it. If you don't want, then say nothing. So, that was it. See you next episode. Sorry for a lot of talking. See you then.